you level grinding cats and dolls of YouTube land on the AntiHeroDrink, and as always, gamers, thank you for tuning in, and thanks for listening to my voice as I like to talk to you about something I love and hopefully you like, RPG video games. With that being said, let's talk about Resonance of Fate. This is a cool RPG for the PlayStation 3 that tries to bring a science and reason versus fate and religion story archetype to the forefront of its storytelling. And it's actually interesting and well executed later on in the later half of the game of how this is actually done. I played a lot of RPG video games. I played games where, you know, God's a planet destroying robot and there are little Gundams flying everywhere with halos and wings. I played games where characters have tried to become God in the absence of God, or make godlike decisions about humanity and the world because of the absence of such an overall being. I play games where people try to become gods and so forth and so on, evil gods, corrupt gods. You know, a lot of deicide in RPG video games, killing gods since God knows fucking when. So, with that being said, the actual narrative storytelling that this game actually chose to go with is quite interesting and quite different from the common mode. But that's not to go say this game does not have its own flaws. So you should have seen some of it, and you probably see some more of it, of gameplay from this game. That is one aspect that I can't get over. The gameplay in this game is terrible. It's bad. It comes from that dark age of J-Star RPGs where they didn't know if they wanted to go be real time or if they wanted to go be turn-based. Cough, cough, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Final Fantasy 13. Fuck you. Yeah, so I'm really not a big fan of that. I did think it was kind of cool they tried to go do this John Wayne / John Woo style gunplay battles where everything's all slow motion and people are twirling in the air or sliding across the ground. But that kind of wore off and its mystique went away really fast. So that's one thing you have to go fight past. The second thing is that while I give this game a lot of credit for its storytelling, it is not to go say that it is weird, especially at the beginning of the game. Because you're going to have cutscenes like this.
This.
A bottle of wine?
It's empty, and I haven't even finished the main course yet.
And
I want you to fetch me another bottle before I finished my meal.
this is why you called?
Yes.
Damn you! Damn you, woman! And yet...
There's just nothing like real meat.
Oh, it doesn't get any more real than that. Oh. If you're serious about letting loose with those bunker busters, they'll be surprised when I return fire with my trusty magnum. No, have to focus. Come on, Vacheron, keep it together. What did she want? Not a war, it's wine. Of course. Fermented grapes. Full, ripe grapes need fertile soil. That's it. It's so obvious. All we have are raisins. No! One wine. Coming right away, ma'am.
I'll have my servant waiting for you in the bar. Take it to him, would you?
And I shit you not, right after that, you could have a cutscene like this.
Zenith, a mockery of God. How I wish I could remain by your side. I wonder, if you could speak, what answers would you have for me? The purpose of art is not to speak, but to incite speech. No. This is better. That alone is the purpose of its existence. It has no need of words. If you could speak. It is because you do not speak that I've been able to confess to you as I have.
Which is really, really, really weird. But cutscenes like that do exist in this game, and blah. They're fucking annoying and really weird. So with that being said, there's a lot of work as a player at the beginning of the game to go push yourself through to go get to the story. And that's where this game really does shine. As I said before, it brings a religion and fate-based storytelling with science and reason. And it tries to go mix these two things together for its overall story type. And what I want to give this game credit for is it doesn't really err on one side or the other. If this was a coin toss, you would throw the coin up in the air and it just fall flat straight up. It wouldn't be heads, it wouldn't be tails. And that's how the story is. It's not overly religious, it's not overly cynical, I guess you could go say. It's a game that it's a game that presents its storytelling, the scenarios and the situations that these characters go through, and how they handle it. And the characters do range on different motivations and feelings on such things such as fate, religion, and science. You have some characters that question it. You have some characters that are affected by it in such a way it's really negative. You've had characters that didn't believe in it and that come to believe in it, and you know, through life events and just seeing things that can't be explained through reason or science, err a little bit more on that side. And you have characters that are driven by it. It's their deciding factors in a lot of their decisions, and it's a big part of their character. And you have other characters that just want to go manipulate it to their own benefit. So all this comes out in the forefront of the storytelling in this game. And that aspect is actually handled quite well, gamers. You're going to go see a different range of different feelings and motivations from the characters in this game, from the antagonist to the protagonist, and so forth and so on. I'm really not talking about this aspect so much, which is kind of weird, but I actually kind of want to recommend this game to a lot of people. I want to go say if you're looking for something new and interesting, this might be it, because again, as I said, a lot of games a lot of games like to give you that happy ending, that clear-cut answer and decision. And in not doing so in this game, it really makes it unique. It makes it different. It's not something that you're going to go find in a lot of J-style RPGs. Again, there's a lot of work to push you through to go get to those aspects of the story, but once you do, they're quite rewarding, they're quite interesting, and it's really actually a touching game. You can go get the good ending and everything, all the way to the end. So all in all, if you're a mid to hardcore RPG player, definitely recommend this game. Definitely check it out. It's got to be dirt cheap now, and there's nothing else on the PS4 or the Xbox One, so you're definitely going to have some fun. If you're somebody who's kind of newish to RPGs, I kind of wouldn't recommend this because there's a lot of tropes and a lot of things that make people who don't like RPGs sick of J-Star RPGs in particular. This is like a J-Star RPG killer because it does have the tropes. But if you can get past that, there's a fun and unique game and a good conversation to be had about the scenarios and situations that the characters go through. So that's my thoughts and that's my opinions of Resonance of Fate. It's cool. It definitely is not open and ended. A lot of it is you coming to grips with your own understanding of fate and religion and science and so forth, on how you air out your feelings about certain scenarios and about certain events. But it's definitely a cool and interesting conversation you can go have amongst yourself or even with friends. So definitely check out this game. Thanks for listening this long. Thanks for checking me out. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Really subscribe. Subliminal messaging gamers, you want to subscribe because you want to.